Hello, everyone. Time for a little Weather University. We are talking about the current snowstorm that is slowly affecting the region. My partner in crime, Jacqueline Waters, joining me. Jacqueline, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. A little bit tired today. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's been a real busy week here for sure. We got some background.
That was
audio.
my phone.
Okay, thank you very much. I saw that. I was like, where are we going? It's been a busy week, as you said, and this storm actually has caused me to lose more and more hair. So let's quickly talk about what's gone on in the past 24 hours, right? So this storm has really caused some problems in terms of the development of the storm. I'm going to actually put up some of the maps here for us while we're talking. And one of the things that we saw yesterday was a lot of model inconsistency. But from the late afternoon Monday into overnight Monday, Tuesday, and then early yesterday morning, there was one set of models that had some consistency and then blew up into some big-time moisture. And we were like, oh, man, this thing is going to really overperform really deep and rapidly and bring that moisture up here. So yesterday morning on Weather University, and before that, you and I were looking at the models, and I'll take full aim at this one. Because you were like, Maddie, I'm not really sure, and it's not that you're not sure about meteorology, but, the area and some things, and, because the models had really jumped up. And I said, Jacqueline, I think we got to go with this. And you said, okay, if you think so. And so we put that huge number out there yesterday for Metro Richmond of 9 to 12. And then yesterday evening, the model started to reverse course, and they dropped the moisture consistently. So John Bernier dropped it. We dropped it more this morning. And this morning coming in now looking at the models, they've kind of held, and now they're starting to slightly slide down a couple of bit. So here's what's going on.
But also, something to note, I know a lot of people were asking questions. Not right now, I don't think. But we didn't just look at one model and then up the numbers. It was usually always we look at trends in this sort of deal, and we were looking at the trends of that, and the trends were showing more moisture, so that's why we went up. It wasn't just one model run. Right. So just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. It is not just about one model. It is about the trend or a group of models. You want to see things with consistency, and there's been almost nothing consistent with this storm by any means.
I think I'm going to start losing some hair too.
And you're good. You're much better than me. So here's the thing, right? So we also thought that the air would be super dry this morning, which it was. When I walked in, we were 25 for a temperature over a dew point of 6. Yet, we started snowing at 4:30 in the morning. It's incredible how this is, So, just another sign that this is performing absolutely against everything that should be going on. That being said, we are tracking some snow this morning, as you can see there on Viper Real-Time Radar on the bottom of the screen. We've also put up the snowfall forecast. And again, the new forecast is for 4 to 7 inches in Richmond, 7 to 10 as we look down to the southeast. But I want to just grab my pen tool here and talk about this for a second, Jack, because one of the things that I think people always get concerned about when we show something like this is, well, okay, so am I going to get 7 in Ashland? No, the answer is no, you're not. This is kind of like a scale, right? So that's like the 4 line. There's the 5 line. There's the 6 line. There's the 7 line down, right? So it's as you get closer to the center of the storm, which means that's the 3 line. That's the 2 line. That's the 1 line, so to speak, right? So it's not, we widen that out there. And I know that looks kind of weird. I'll kind of reposition it.
That's a good point, though.
But yeah, it's not. It gives you a range, but the range is gradiating down to where the heavier amounts are. And yes, we still believe there are areas, and we keep saying, and somebody actually found this funny, when has Disputanta ever been mentioned this much on a map? But Disputanta is in that next area that then shows 7 to 10. But again, if we look at that, right, and they're in that first line here, so they're like 7. Then we have 8, right? And then there's this 10 plus right here, right? So that's kind of what we're looking at. So again, it's a gradiating scale, and that's kind of how this is done. I'm going to see if we have another graphic up here. That's that one. I'm looking for the other one that we were talking about earlier, Jack. Give me 1 second. I might be taking
SatRad?
SatRad, yeah. There it is.
Okay.
But that takes you out. I need
okay.
I need that. Well, all right. Well, you can just talk over it. Actually, we would pull it up on, that is on 3. There. So here's what's going on. And I think this is pretty cool. You see the system down in the Gulf. This was that little area that we looked at Monday morning when we first did Weather University this week. It was in the Pacific Northwest. And we said, watch this thing drop down and come out to the Gulf. And when it hits the Gulf, it's going to explode in moisture. And that's exactly what we're seeing there. So all of that worked well. Now we got to get all that moisture up here. And we're seeing a piece of it. But if you watch in the past 2 hours, past 2 hours, notice North Carolina. See the moisture starting to blow up there from southern North Carolina into the central part of the state, and that is coming its way closer to us. So, Jackie, there is some good news. I mean, we're seeing some snow in some parts of the area. We should see more coming on in.
Yes, and I know I'm reading some of the comments. Not a drop of snow from Andre yet in Prince George. But, I mean, if you're not seeing snow now, you are going to see some snow move in. So...
It's really amazing, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's this kind of area, if you will, has been from pretty much Danville, South Boston, up like outside of Blackstone through Farmville to Richmond, and that's where we've been seeing the snow all the way across the northern neck. There's been this gap in areas, you know, when we're looking at that right at the bottom of the screen, from Petersburg south and east and even Emporia south, right? But that's going to start to fill in. So just hold out.
Yes.
Big picture, again, shows what's going on. Now, one of the things I'm looking for will be for that storm that we're seeing there moving closer to the panhandle of Florida to form a new storm off the coast of South Carolina. Then that will ride northward. And that transition should help to push some better moisture up here as we get into the afternoon. And so with that being said, Jack, I'm going to bring this back up here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to look at Futurecast. And so what we're looking at here on the left, and so you have the current radar on the right and the Futurecast. So that stuff coming up from North Carolina starts to push in. Temperatures right now, by the way, in the low 20s, pushing up to around 27 or so if we get lucky at noon, and then into the afternoon.
And also when you factor in the wind, only feeling like the teens today. Oh, man, it's pretty chilly out there.
So we don't, with the good news is with this kind of cold air, we don't have to worry about sleet mixing in.
Yes,
there's no chance of that, which is good. Now, notice at 2 o'clock, see that deeper blue just from Chesterfield, south side of Richmond, all the way across down to Petersburg, South Hill, and then more down to the south. That's that push of that steadier snow coming on up. And we're going to continue with steady snow into the afternoon, and I'll say evening commute for time, but it's not really evening commute because there's nobody out on the roads.
Yeah.
And the ones that are, unfortunately, are starting to slip and slide all over the place.
Yeah, don't be on the roads if you do not have to be on the roads today because it's not going to be great out there.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to keep that risk of snow in through the evening. Here we are at 6 o'clock. Notice where we're looking at some heavier snow off to the south and east, and still through 8 o'clock. Now, after 10 o'clock, that snow's ending in Metro Richmond, and to the east, it's ending probably after midnight. We'll wake up tomorrow morning to cloudy skies. Could be another push of a little weather impulse giving us a couple of snow showers, but then that sunshine will return. Now, we're starting to get those questions as we always get. What about my locale? And I get that, right? You always want to know, what are you getting? Well, let me just jump ahead here. Here we go. Again, when we look at this, and I'll zoom into just the metro area to start, right? So if you're in Charles City, you're in that 4 to 7 range, and you're probably not seeing much yet, or maybe you just started snowing. It will start to pick up over time. You look at the northern neck, you look at the middle peninsula, there's like King William, King and Queen County, out up into the northern neck, into Saluda, Irvington, Urbana. You're all looking at 4 to 7 in that range. So this is interesting what we're watching here. Down to Chesterfield, Winterpock, over to Dinwiddie County, south on Interstate 85 and 95. When you get over to Stony Creek, and be looking a little bit stronger in terms of snow. And I know that that those of you right now watching us from Petersburg, pretty much into Brunswick County. Excuse me, Jack.
Are you okay?
I'm dying over here. Over to Wakefield. You're not seeing anything right now, and you're all like, come on, where's the snow? It's coming. It really is unbelievable how it outperformed along and north of 64 and west, but didn't even get to you yet.
Yeah.
When the system is coming from the south. Just crazy.
It is crazy.
Nothing has worked right with this.
No.
Yeah.
It is frustrating, too. As a meteorologist, sometimes,
Right.
I mean, it's what we do. It's what we're passionate about. And we look at all the different models. But a system like this is very frustrating. Like, even when I got off of work yesterday, every single model run, I was, like, glued to the computer.
And texting me.
Yeah.
Be like, did you see the 18Z run?
Yeah.
I go, yeah, I know, Jack. I know.
It's frustrating. I think that's why I haven't been sleeping well either. Honestly.
Right. So understand this, folks. I mean, you know, the joke is old. Only profession you could get paid to be wrong. Honestly, if we were wrong all the time, first, you wouldn't watch. Second, we wouldn't be employed. So can we stop with the joke, please? I know it's haha funny, but it gets tiresome, right? I mean, because 99% of the time, we hit it on the money for you, and we really do. And we can show you the data that shows that we are the most accurate. So, you know, this one right now is not shaping up well. It'll finish out okay. It's not going to finish out great. The 9 to 12 is not going to happen for sure. Probably the 3 to 5 I pushed out yesterday morning was probably the better forecast. But, you know, it is what it is. So,
but also, in my opinion, I think it's better to be over-prepared. I think for everyone, it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. Obviously, we want to get right in that range, but it's better to expect more.
I'm gonna talk to James Miner here. James JJ Miner, you said 9 to 12 inches yesterday for Richmond. You were way off and tried to hype things up. How many inches for Richmond only? Okay, we're gonna finish out with about 4 or 5 in Richmond. James, we did not hype things up. I want to put this down right now. Never did we come in here or step on the air on Channel 8 and say, this is the biggest snowstorm ever. Never did we say, we're going to be clobbered in snow. Never did we say, run to the grocery store now. We don't get kickbacks. What we've done and what we continue to do, James, is we look at the data and we present you with the best forecast possible based on the data we're seeing. And it's not from one model, as Jackie said. It's from multiple models or a consensus of models, or we really try to weed out what's erroneous and what's correct. I hope that clarifies it up there. We do not hype. Hype is a different group, and they're all out there, and you can watch them and have fun with them. Please do not ever say that we hype, because we don't. In fact, we anti-hype.
Exactly, yeah.
So anyway, all right, moving on. Going to the 8-day forecast for a quick second. I want to show this. Tonight we're down to 17. Tomorrow we're looking at 34. We get the sunshine out. 16 as we go into Friday morning. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 40, 44, 46, and 20s in the mornings. So as we get to the weekend, some stuff will start to melt, but it will refreeze at night. That's going to just make for a slower process. As we get into early next week and middle of next week, when we start hitting 50s and stay above freezing, we're not only melting during the day, but we're melting at night, and that's going to make things a whole lot better, and melting will happen faster. As far as the James River goes, right now it's holding in just above 15 feet. It will drop below moderate flood stage, but stay above main flood stage, 12 feet, through probably Friday morning, but it's going to be running very high past that point. So do not go on the James. Plus the water temperature right now, I think last check was about 42 degrees. Yeah. It's super cold, right?
Also, I know a question we were getting a lot earlier was, will the James rise again because of this? And that is not the case. That's not what we're expecting, because that gray band out to our west is where we're expecting the lower accumulations.
Right.
And we're with a slower melting of snow and no big rain system on the way. We're not expecting a rise like what we've seen this week.
Exactly. So what I just drew in there while you were talking about that red pen is kind of the James, and this is the headwaters of the James. And last week, this area picked up between 10 and 12 inches of snow, and then we had the rain, and we melted all that quickly, so all of that had to flow downriver, and that's why we're seeing the James right now, again, at nearly 15 feet. But to your point, much less out there.
Yes.
Much slower melt, really not much of a thing. So that's what we're looking at there. So anyway, let's What else do you want? Some other questions we want to answer here?
I'm not really seeing a bunch of questions.
We're getting a lot of the what am I getting in my area? Please, this map is posted all over. It is on our Facebook pages. It is on our website. In fact, on our website, let me just see if I can do that here. Let me go over to here real quickly. WRAC. We do something for you guys when there's weather happening, and we try to make it as easy as possible. So let me see if I can bring
and interactive. It's fun when you guys ask nice questions and good questions.
Browser. There we go. So on this right here, you'll see on the daily forecast, if you scroll down, you see this map here. Then you see these arrows. There are 10 different looks of the snowfall forecast. We've made a slideshow for you, so you can find where you live or a town that is nearby to help you out, because we're trying to make this easier for you. So WRIC.com, and then you can slide over weather and hit today's outlook, and it will take you to exactly where we were. So that'll show you, again, the forecast, and you can check out everything. Plus, we update the videos all the time as well. So I just wanted to point that out, Jack, because sometimes it's it's tough for us to answer all these questions. People are asking questions about schools. As we've said time and time again, we are not superintendents.
I think you were in your past life.
If I was, everybody be at school all the time. You would all not like me at all. That's just how it is. Because we're always, I believe school is important. So keep
Jeff is asking, will there be a second storm this week?
No, there's no real second storm, thankfully, which is good. Maddie D, we love you and Glen Allen. You guys are the best. That's super sweet, Terry. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And I know most of the people, you guys watch and you have fun and that kind of a thing. So, and we love to interact with you. And whether it's Jacqueline interacting on her Facebook page or mine, we're constantly here to answer your questions. We really do. We have our set hours, 3 a.m. to noon, 12:30. But we look at our Facebook pages, in the off hours, we answer your questions. Jackie's, of course, working on weekends. She's answering your questions. I'm on weekends here answering. So we're always there for you. So that's what we're looking at. So, yeah, we're here for you all the time. Jackie, I know you got to get ready for the noon.
There was something else I was going to say, and now I forget.
Okay.
Wait.
That's fine.
I feel like it was something. I don't remember.
Okay.
Well, that's so annoying.
That's all right, Jack. I mean, we've said a lot in the past couple of days.
I know. So. It feels like it's Friday. It's my Friday.
It is your Friday. You do anything special on your weekend?
Playing in the snow with my dog.
There you go.
My dog got out yesterday. It's been a stress. That's also why I couldn't sleep. My dog got out yesterday, and thankfully I have really nice neighbors that helped me chase him around. I ran like 5 miles, and then my car broke down this morning because I was chasing him with the car, and all my windows, my lights were on.
You must have left the interior lights on or something. Yeah, so we got a dead battery issue, but we'll get that taken care of for you. Good. Well, you get to relax now, which is good.
Do the noon. I was say something. I forget. What did you say right before? It was something about the website, I think.
I can bring the website back up if you want.
No, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but.
Facebook pages, YouTube, website.
Oh, I know what it was.
Yeah.
It came to me. Send us your snow pictures.
Yes.
That's what to pull up on the website.
So when you do that, let's go back to the browser here. So we wanted to see your pictures of you guys having fun in the snow, right? So we're going to go over to 8 News. In our company, we have to have you sign. You can't just send them in and say, here, you can use my picture. We can't do that. So you got to use, you can go to report it right here. And you can do this on your phone too, by the way. So grab your phone and do this. But you go to report it, and from there, you can upload your pictures or video. And when you click the consent to use, it actually signs a waiver for us, which works really great. See, you can click a photo here. Like I'll go in here, and I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go grab, because you know me. I'm going to put in here, WC Live, show content. We're going to go into, like, my pictures are in Off the Hook, right? And we're going to go grab this one here. So now I got a picture right here. And what are you sending? Rainbow.
Nice spelling.
Yeah, I could really spell. Rainbow trout, right? And then location that this occurred in a creek. Name, Maddie D. Email, DiNardo at WRIC.com. phone number, 804-330-8844, and select on-screen courtesy. I don't care. Anonymous is fine. And then that checkbox right there allows us to use it on air, send it, and boom, we've now received it, and we are good to use it. So just a quick little demonstration of, how to get that up.
I'm glad I remembered that.
That was really good, yeah.
Because when you pulled up the website, I made a mental note, and then it completely escaped me.
Yeah. Yes, roads are slippery for sure. Please take it easy. Again, there's the snowfall totals. We might end up on the low end of that main range there in Richmond. Either way, it is what it is at this point. That's what we went with. The snow has begun. To change it now, I mean, we would come down a little bit if we could, but that's where we're at. So.
Yeah. Either way, enjoy the snow.
Right.
Could be the last of the season.
I hope so.
7.7 we've seen?
So far, yeah.
So.
Which, as we looked this morning, you pulled this up.
Yes.
This is the most snow in nearly a decade for a season. I think 2018. Yeah, we had like 10.13. Yeah, right.
I think.
So 7 years. Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
So enjoy some sledding near your house so you don't have to be on the roads. And enjoy the snow day.
Enjoy the snow day. Yeah. With that, Jackie and I are going to say goodbye. And we'll see you definitely next Monday for another Weather University. As we say in Italian, ciao, everyone.